What's up? Brandon Northwicks here with another episode of Business for Breakfast. We are on episode number 12 right now, and this entire episode is going to be all about teaching and selling at the same time. What is this going to do for your authority? What's this going to do for your business? What's this going to do for your bank account? So stick with me now. We're about to jump right into it. Perfect. Okay. Well, a lot of folks that are starting business, no matter what business it is, they want to feel like they're either not in sales, right? They have this resistance, this thing inside them that's telling them that sales is just this evil demon that is not going to get them to where they want to go. And if they put themselves into a box where they're actually having to sell stuff, then they're going to be looked at in this negative way from the market. When we kind of want to just break free from that self-limiting belief and really get you to a point where you're making a nice income and you're delivering a lot of value. And that's where this episode comes into play. We want to kind of dissect the benefits and how we can go ahead and start to teach and sell at the same time. And the best way that we can do this is through live trainings, through webinars, through conference calls, through one-on-one meetings. There's a bunch of different ways that you can accomplish this task. But what is it going to do for your market? What's it going to do for your business? And that's the kind of things we want to discuss right now. If you're looking to build authority inside of your market and you're waking up every day, you're going through the exact same kind of methods, right? You're waking up and you're doing your Facebook chat, you're putting up things on Twitter, you're making a YouTube video, you're writing your blog piece, you're doing all these things that you feel should be generating an income. And then yet at the end of the day, you're actually left with nothing. But you feel good because you went out there and you created some content, right? What does that do for you as a business owner? It doesn't do anything, okay? It does absolutely nothing for you because if you're not selling, you're not in business. And the one thing that I really want to strike home today is that selling is not bad. Selling is actually a good thing because that's going to be able to allow people to perceive what you have as valuable. Think about how often you go to a place and it says, get this free something. And if it's something that is going to be free, then do you think it's actually as valuable as something that you would have to pay for? Probably not, right? Think about the type of shoes that you wear. Think about the type of coffee that you buy. Think about whatever it is that you purchase every single day when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the mall, whenever you go out there and you buy anything. Do you think that because it costs more, that it could possibly do a better job? That it could possibly do more for you? If you're saying yes, then that's the same kind of impact we want to have on your market. Well, how can we sit there and make money and build our business if we're not ever selling anything? Okay, if we're not selling something on the back end, meaning that when you get through your blog posts, you want to have a call to action, something that says, hey, look, you know what? I've given you all this information today. If you feel like everything I shared with you will help you or benefit your situation, why don't you find me here? Click through this link, visit me on this site, go ahead and join this course or find me in my next program, right? There's a lot of different ways that we can monetize our audiences. But if you're afraid to sell, then what you're gonna end up doing is just teaching yourself into a broke state. And you're gonna have a lot of people who are asking, hey, well, can you give me some more free stuff? Can you give me some more free stuff? And that's gonna drive you crazy. And if it hasn't, or if it doesn't, then you just weren't made for business. And I'm gonna be the first person to tell you that if you're afraid to sell, you're afraid to succeed. It's the way it is. You've got to be able to make it happen for yourself because when people are watching you from the outside in and they see that you're not making any income, what makes them feel like you are now the authority? You could teach people how to teach people all day. Is that gonna get them into a better situation? Absolutely not. You gotta teach them how to, you have to show them how to teach and sell at the same time. And the reason why this is heavy on my heart is because just yesterday I put together a webinar that got really amazing feedback. We really did a good job with being able to give the audience what they wanted to help them see a result. And then on the back end, we went ahead and sold some products, right? We said, hey, look, you know what? I've been teaching you here for an hour. If you're still listening to my voice and you're watching this presentation still, then you know what? You're probably interested in what I have to offer. And that is the best way. You always wanna let them know that, look, this is a fair trade. I can continue to do these webinars and you can continue to learn for free, and that's awesome. And you can learn at your own pace that way. Or we can speed up the game a little bit. We can get you your results a lot faster. Let's work one-on-one. Go through my course, purchase my product, come with me as a client. Whatever it is that you are selling, you've got to be able to educate your audience and then sell them on your service. And you could do this with any single business that's out there. And what does this do? right? What does the process of teaching and selling actually do? Well, it builds authority, right? Because you are now the person, the go-to person for that information. It's gonna build trust, because if they could actually take that information that you've given them on that web class, in the blog, on the video, whatever it is that you're doing, if they could actually take that information and go and get some serious results from that, that's building some serious trust. Now, us working on the internet, if you're watching this video, most likely you have a business that you've either taken online or you're interested in taking a business online. And since the internet is so prevalent now, and we know that there's so many people out there selling stuff that really isn't useful, we tend to put our guard up and we want to see a little bit more information. We want to know more about this person. We would like to, begin to see some results from the information they provide before we make an investment into their program or course. Well, having webinars, creating the blog posts, doing the videos are all gonna help. But at the end of those videos, you've got to have something that shares with them, this is where you can go to get more information. This is where you can go to, get the results a lot faster. Because typically when somebody takes, whether it be information from a webinar, a video, or even if they go to the library to get a book, right? If they read through that information, they get that information, it's gonna take them a lot longer, because now they have to really get into the zone and dissect it, and there's certain steps and skill sets that you have to really work through in order for you to reach that result. Now, a lot of the people who are making the videos, creating the blog posts, doing the web classes, they have an advantage over everybody else that's watching them. And the advantage is that they started sooner. That's it. They just decided to start sooner. So the information is now based off of experience. And when you have somebody who's been through something and has achieved something that you would like to achieve yourself, it tends to cut the learning curve, in half or even more, because of the fact that they've been through it. They can tell you what to avoid. They see the bear traps before you get there, and they could see you going, if you work with them, they could see what you're gonna do before you do it. And they could say, hey, look, the path that you're on is gonna lead to this. The path that you're on this way, that's gonna lead to where you wanna go. So a lot of the time when you're going through your day, think about that. Think about, what is it gonna take for me to increase my income, right? In order for you to increase your income, you have to increase your content. In order for you to increase your content, you have to have stuff to say. In order to really have stuff to say, you've got to be going through experiences every single day. So instead of waiting for someone just to drop down from the heavens and do this for you and give you all the answers, you've got to be taking action. That action is gonna be scary. The action is gonna be something that maybe is uncomfortable for you. But when you get to a point where you're waking up every day and you're going through these processes and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. I can create this webinar. I can create this web class. I can write this blog post. I could do all these things. And at the end, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sell something. I'm gonna sell something. And there's so many things out there on the internet, even if you don't have a business of your own right now, and you're just looking to generate an extra side income. You can go to affiliate offers. You can go to, t-shirt campaigns. You could sell things from Amazon. There's a million different ways for you to generate that income, but you've gotta take the action. There's not one piece of content out there that can actually do the work for you. You have to be able to take the steps. And a lot of the times, and speaking to you directly right here, a lot of the times we don't take that action because of the fact that we're afraid. We're not prepared. We think that we're gonna get ridiculed, criticized, or we're not gonna be able to reach the result, so we're gonna be disappointed. And I'd rather not try at all than to be disappointed. Well, if you've never heard this quote, I'm gonna share it with you today, which is, if you have a big goal and you don't reach it in the time that you've given yourself, don't change the goal, change the process. Okay, change the system that you took to get there. So if you have a goal to reach to $10,000 or $20,000 a month inside your business and you haven't gotten there yet, don't change that goal. Don't shrink that down to say, okay, well, I didn't make 10 grand last week, I guess, or last month. I guess I'm gonna have to just lower my goal. I'm gonna have to lower my expectations. Absolutely not. Change the route. Just change the path that you're taking. And when you change that path, I promise you, you're gonna see a different result. And if that path doesn't bring you to that result that you're looking for, guess what? Don't change the goal again, change the path. That's why having a mentor in your corner, that's why having people around you that believe in your vision is so important. So if you could take anything away from this video today, it is to make sure that you're taking massive action on whatever it is that you're learning. So if you're the one attending the web classes and not holding them, then make sure that you're putting that work or that content, that information to work for you. Because if you're just showing up to these things, taking in the knowledge, and then just putting the pen down and going and watching TV and wondering, well, tomorrow will be a different day, maybe I'll get something going for me then. It's not gonna happen. I'll be the first person to tell you that you're not cut out for business. Okay, you need to go back to whatever it was that you're doing before this and just kind of exist. But that's probably not you if you're watching this video. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, of course, Brandon, I'd love to take that content. I'd love to be able to build authority and trust and grow my bank account. Well, then the thing that I want to encourage you to do is to start doing webinars, start doing live videos, start doing things that are going to allow people to see you for who you are, get to know, like, and trust you so that they can buy something from you on the back end. And know that even if it's a t-shirt campaign, you can go ahead and create some kind of content behind that and get those people who are interested in that t-shirt to know, like, and trust you so that they buy more t-shirts. It's just the way it is. We've got to be able to be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? And when you get in front of somebody like somebody who's interested in what you have to offer, that is the moment that you want to sell them. You don't want to sit there and just keep piling on information. Imagine if you went to the store to buy some shoes. You had your wallet in hand, you had your credit card out, and you saw the shoes, and you were like, man, I just want these shoes, right? I'd love these shoes. And then the floor guy, the salesman, comes up to you and says, oh yeah, those shoes are great. Let me tell you all about them. And you say, no, I just want to buy them. I know all about them. I just want to buy them. And he says, no, I can't let you buy them just yet. I've got to tell you more. I've got to tell you more. I got to tell you how they will hold grip in the rain. I got to tell you how when you're climbing up mountains, they're going to make sure that you're safe. I got to let you know about the comfort. I got to let you know that they were all built in America, made in America, and how the factories that we have them shipped from are, the top notch, and how the CEO of our company is, the most amazing company, and how all these things that don't really matter to you, you've already made the decision to purchase. But yet, as they continue to sell you on that, you end up having more opportunity to say no. So imagine that's exactly what a lot of you guys are doing. You're giving more content than's necessary. You have somebody right in front of you that's saying, hey, look, I want to purchase. I've just done my research, or I've already seen you before. I would love to have your product. I'd love to join you. I'd love to be a part of what you have to offer. And then we go into content mode. We go into, this is me selling. It's a big confusion. It's a lot of confuses. It confuses your buyer. It confuses your audience when they have their credit card right in front of you, ready to buy, eager to get, what you have. And yet you then say, no, put that down, put that back in your pocket. I don't sell stuff. That's not what I do. I just need to teach you more. I need to tell you more information about what I do, right? That right there is going to get them to go, okay, I'm going to put it back in my pocket and I'm going to go buy from somebody else who understands sales. Because without sales, you have no business, okay? And the only way to create those sales on a large scale is to deliver content and information at the same time that you're selling. So that's why web classes are so powerful. That's why webinars are the best, at least right now. And I do believe that in the future, they're gonna be the same thing. If you haven't done any research lately, you can go on the computer, you can see that what we call e-learning is growing exponentially. It's a multi-billion dollar business, and it plans to increase by like 25 or 35% in the next few years, by 50% by like 2023. It's amazing at the opportunity we have right now to be selling stuff online. And the more people get comfortable with purchasing online through people who have businesses that, they really can't meet or touch at that time, as that gets more comfortable, the opportunity is just going to get better and better. So this is your time right now to start to build something so that in a year from now, 2 years from now, you can have something sustainable. And if anybody's telling you that you can go ahead and get rich in the next 90 days or 60 days or, these little fast action programs and stuff like that, it's silly. It's silly, okay? I know that we offer our academy for 90 days, but we also let everybody know inside that academy that is our goal to work with them for 12 months minimum. Because if we don't get you for 12 months, it's really difficult to have that consistency laid out so that you can continue to duplicate everything that you learned in that first year, right? And so a lot of people who are getting into business, they get into business online because they do not want to work at their job. They don't enjoy being, somebody else's employee, having a boss. But then they're so used to having that employee mindset that when it comes to actually doing the tasks that require them to, earn an income, they go, oh, hold on. I would rather just teach people than actually sell them, okay? Selling is just bad, it's nasty, right? And when that is your mentality, you're gonna be broke. And you need to go back and work for somebody who actually sold you on working for them. Because that's everything that we do all day is about selling. Your kids sell you on the fact on whether or not they wanna stay up late. You sell your wife on the fact on whether or not, where do you want to go out to eat? She sells you on the fact on what movie she wants to see. There's a million sales going on every single day in front of you. And if you don't acknowledge that, you're missing out on the big picture and you're missing out on the money that could be yours. And having money, okay, does not mean that it's bad. A lot of folks might think that, oh, well, sales lead to money and money leads to greed and greed is bad. Money does not lead to greed. Money just magnifies who you truly are. The more money you have, the more they get to see who you truly are. So don't be afraid to make the money. Don't be afraid to make the money. Focus on the content, focus on the delivery, focus on engaging with your audience and building a following, and then sell them. Sell them on something that's going to improve their life. Now, if you're selling snake oil and, like that, what we just find out about the Dasani water, how it's tap water, right? If you're doing that, then yeah, you can't lay down at the end of the night and feel good about yourself. You just can't, okay? Because you're hustling people in a bad way. That's not what we want to teach. We want to go ahead and teach you to create a product, build a business, or have a service that is going to be able to actually help people, transform their lives. So think about that when you wake up every day. What is it that you could build? What can you create? What's one problem that you face every single day that you know how to solve? There's a million other people out there in the world that can have that same problem that you can help. And if you can just get, like we say, in this business, if you can get just 1% of those people, if you can get 0.01% of those people, you're now making $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a month. So your income can change literally drastically in the next 12 months should you choose to start teaching and selling at the same time. So find somebody around you that can help you really decide what the best path is for you. Maybe you don't have a business or a service, so you want to figure out what you're passionate about. You want to figure out how to set up the systems and processes in place. Go out there and find somebody. And if you don't know where to begin, go ahead and click the link below this video. Visit BrandonNorthwick.com. Set up your 60 to 90 minute session with me personally. We'll go ahead and we'll break down everything that I just mentioned today and get you set up on a routine. We'll get you to break free from those self-limiting beliefs and start getting you to make some money. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed episode number 12 today on Business for Breakfast. Had a blast making this for you. Make sure to show up tomorrow so you can see the next episode. I'll see you next time. Take care.